everyone. Welcome to the Cypress Fairbanks ISD Digital Learning Lab. My name is Mrs. Kiner, and I have my friend and robot expert here.
I think she's exaggerating on the robot expert, but I am Tamara Ferguson and I work with Ms. Kiner as an EdTech specialist as well.
So welcome everyone. And today we are going to talk with you about a really nifty pocket-sized computer called the Microbit that can be used to code and to create other kinds of complex projects, including you can really even make your own robot with something like this. And the reason I brought up robots earlier is because the Microbit can actually be coded with something you create like a robot. So today we're going to look at how to code the Microbit, and we're also going to look at some examples of some projects you could do with the Microbit that are even more complex.
That sounds like fun. Let's do it.
All right. So let's look at some of the projects you can do with a Microbit. This is an example of a robotic hand that was created with a Microbit. So you can see that you can use some of your own materials you might have around your house, and by connecting some alligator clips and some other things with the Microbit, you can code it to actually pick up a cup.
That looked like a bionic hand. That's super cool.
It did look like a bionic hand. Another example is an automatic plant watering system. So the Microbit even has different types of sensors on it, and you could use that to be able to tell what the temperature is when something is wet or dry. And with that, you could have your own watering system. And when you look online, there's lots of places that you can go to find instructions on how to create these really cool projects, including the Microbit home site. So that is a great resource for you. But what we're going to do today, we're going to start with the basic coding on the Microbit. So we are going to use a site called Microsoft MakeCode. And on the MakeCode site, you can see there are tutorials. So we're going to be looking at that today that start from simple up to more complex and fun kinds of things like games, fashion, like you could even maybe make your own bracelet and necklace, toys, science projects, and you can even work your way up to JavaScript. So if you are already an expert at coding, you can try out the JavaScript. So the first one we're going to look at today is the flashing heart. So we're going to jump over to flashing heart. We're going to be using the blocks. And we're going to be using the LED lights on the Microbit to code a flashing heart. So on the tutorial, you can see on the left, there is a simulator. So whatever we code, we're going to be able to see what that looks like on the Microbit. And that's a great thing about the MakeCode site, because even if you don't have a Microbit right now, you could get one at your school if your teacher checks one out, but you can still learn all about coding with the Microbit at home on your Chromebook or your computer.
That sounds really awesome. So am I to conclude that on the right side of your screen that each one of these tutorials has like a GIF that shows you how to do it?
Absolutely. It has a little hint. So it has a small light bulb. And if you are taking too long to start your tutorial, like I am right now, it says, hey, we have a hint for you. and it will get you started and help you out as you go.
Although we don't want to let you wait too long.
That's right. And that's why we're going to get started right now. So let's look at our workspace here. And notice at the top, it's already giving me some instructions, and it says that I need to place the Show LEDs block in the Forever block and draw a heart. So I'm going to click on this basic button, and it has a Show LED block, and it tells me to put it in the Forever block. So I want to be sure that I'm putting it in the right spot, and I'm supposed to draw a heart. So let's see, I think I can click and drag and fill in a heart.
That is the wonkiest heart I think I've ever seen.
I think I need to work on my heart drawing. There we go. That's pretty good. And now you can see on the left, it is showing my heart. Isn't that great? So let's see what it tells me to do next. So now I'm going to get another LED, and I am going to drop it in and leave it blank, or I could draw what I want. I think I'm going to leave it blank for now. And now you can see that it is a flashing heart.
So if you were to put something on there, would it flash something different?
Oh, well, let's try. I'm going to try and make a happy face here. There we go. Let's see if it flashes something different. There we go.
That is cool.
All right. So very simple, very easy. Let's see what it says next. Oh, and now if we were going to go ahead and put the flashing heart on the microbit, I would just click on the download button here in the bottom left, and I could drag this program onto my microbit. So your microbit also comes with a cable, and you can plug that into your Chromebook or your computer, your laptop, and download the program, and then it will run on your actual microbit. So next we're going to do a game. Are you ready for a game, Ms. Ferguson? Okay, sounds good. So we're going to go back. And this time we're going to go into the games, and we are going to try out the coin flipper. So we're going to create a coin flipping program to simulate a real coin toss. So have you ever flipped a coin with someone, Ms. Ferguson?
Nope, never.
Never. Like, who's going to go first? Or maybe you've had to do it in math, maybe with probability.
Yeah, I could see that there.
So that's an example of what we're going to do today. Now we can see on this one, we have a few more sections that we're going to be getting the block coding from.
I noticed that last time the text was in blue or highlighted blue. Now it's highlighted pink. Does that mean something?
Oh, well, let me see. That pink on button A pressed matches the input. I think that's pink. Let me look in there. Oh, it does say on button A pressed. So it says get an on button A press block from the input drawer. Ah, I was right. And this is where we're going to put our coin flipping code. And it looks like my hint button is flashing.
Yeah, microbit's saying you're taking too long.
I'm taking too long again. So let's move on. Next, we're going to grab an if-else block and set it inside the on button A pressed block. This one is green, if
Cool.
else.
So I guess it's in the logic.
Oh, let's see. You're absolutely right. If else. If something is true, then something else is going to happen. And now we're going to pick a random true or false, which is purple. So where am I going to find purple?
That would be math.
Woohoo! All right. And so I'm going to grab this, and I really like that I only have one choice right now. So that's helping me along as well. So it's helping me to learn my block coding.
Okay, I
And
noticed that there's a shape to it. So is this like a puzzle where you match it to the specific shape?
yes, in block coding, it is a little bit like a puzzle. And I can see it looks like a hexagon, and this looks like a hexagon. Oh,
And I see the little red dot popped up when you got close to it. So it kind of gave you a hint where it goes.
absolutely. So now I have my pick random true or false ready. And what this is telling me is that is going to help us determine a heads or a tails result. So when we're flipping the coin, this is going to help us actually create the heads or tails. So we're ready to move on. And we're going to go to the show icon again. And this time we're going to be putting this block inside both the if and the else. So I'm going to drop it here in the if, and then a neat little trick is you can do a right mouse click, you can duplicate, and you can drop it into the next one.
I always love shortcuts.
That's a great shortcut. And on your,
Shortcuts make life easy.
it does. And on the Chromebook, if you have a Chromebook and you want to do a right mouse click, do you know how to do that?
The right side of the mouse.
It's a 2-finger click. So you do 2 fingers, and that gives you the right mouse click on the Chromebook.
Yay!
All right, so let's see what we're going to do next. We need to pick images to mean heads or tails, Miss Ferguson. So we get to pick this time. Thank goodness I don't have to draw again.
Hey, it looks like there's like a skull for head. See that skull up in like the top right? Looks like it's got 2 eyes. That could be your head.
This one?
Well, yeah, that works too.
Okay, it's a happy face. That looks
And then
like a head.
tail.
Tails. What are we doing for tails? There's an arrow. You want to try out the arrow?
Or the bottom left second from the bottom. It looks like a tail, like a spiked tail. There you go, a pitchfork. That could be a
okay.
tail.
Okay, that'll be our tails. Okay, so now we have heads and tails. And oh, I get to press A in the simulator now and see if we can flip the coin. Are you ready to flip the coin?
I am, and I pick head.
Okay. Wah, wah, tails. But that was a really quick flip. It didn't look like anything flipped. It says that we can animate the coin toss to add the feeling of flipping by placing another show icon in. So we're going to go back to basic, get a show icon, and we have to put it before the if. And so we're going to make it look like this is a flipping coin. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose a diamond, and I'm going to use my shortcut, right mouse click.
And duplicate.
Yes, duplicate. And then we're going to choose another picture. How about this one?
So yeah.
And now we're going to just do that another couple times. We're going to duplicate and duplicate. I want it here. And now let's see what happens when we press A. Now we're going to flip the coin. Call it heads or tails.
Let's do tails.
There it goes. Flip, 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 flip. It was heads. Did you call heads?
No, I call tails.
Well, now if we hit download and we put this on the microbit, I want to show you what it looks like. So here's the microbit, and I'm going to press the A button, which is here. And we're going to flip, 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 flip. And that was tails.
That's super cool.
All right. So you can do all kinds of cool coding with the little pocket-sized microbit, and you can add on to it. The microbit even has a new and improved version that now has a speaker and a microphone. So these are available from our school district. These are the version 1, and they have the A and the B buttons, the LED lights, sensors on the back, and the latest one has a speaker and a microphone. So that'll make it even more fun.
Improvement. Yay.
Okay, and let's talk about a few other robots that we have here in Cypress Fairbanks ISD that your teachers can check out for your classroom. We have the Ozobot, we have the Ozobot Bit and the Evo, and these robots can be coded with your Chromebook as well, or they can be coded with lines and colors, which is really fun. We have the Edison. The Edison robot uses block coding, very similar to what we just did with the MakeCode and the microbit. And you load the program onto the Edison. And as you can see here, that you can even integrate Legos with the Edison robot.
I was going to say, it looks like you can build stuff on it. So it actually looks more like a buildable robot.
It is. So you can build whatever kinds of things that you want with that and code it. We have some Spheros. Some of them are the Star Wars model, and then we also have the Mini, the Sphero Mini. Also uses block coding. And finally, we have Dot, Dash, and Q. So these are some of the robots that are available from Cypress Fairbanks ISD for your classroom.
Looks like we got lots of toys.
They are, and they are learning toys, and you'll have a great time with them. So we hope you've enjoyed today's digital learning lab, and be sure to check out MakeCode. And there are lots of other things you can do on here, even besides the microbit. So do explore and enjoy and have a great summer of learning.
I hope you enjoyed being with us today.